if you're a bit overwhelmed by all of the new spring launches right now, hopefully today's video can narrow that down for you. I'm going to be sharing the best makeup product in each category for spring right now. So basically, I just thought about each category, thought about all of the new makeup that's available, and I picked out my personal favorite to share with you guys. I'm gonna start off with all of the new Merit items first because they're actually giving me a super special early access code before these products are available to the public for you guys. So a huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I'm really excited to be working with them because I get to be one of the first to share some of their newest launches with you. And let me tell you, I've been testing them. They are beautiful. You'll notice it is before March 18th because you guys will have the special early access code. But on March 18th, Merit is launching 2 brand new products. The brand new Signature Lip Sheer Lip Liners and a new formulation of their Shade Slick Sheen High Shine Tinted Lip Oils. Now, if you're new to Merit, they are a brand that's known for completely customizable coverage and pigment. You can get as much or as little pigment as you want, which I think is why the new lip liners are so amazing. The shade range is really beautiful, wearable colors. It starts off with a sheer level of pigment that can be blended out, but you can build it up if you want a little bit more pigment. It's really impossible to mess up. So if you're intimidated by using lip liners, sometimes you think they look too harsh, this is a great product to look into. And while you do have a lot of time to blend and work with it, I feel like it does have a little bit of a set down, so it will hold some of the pigment that you put down. You can get soft lines with it, you can build it up, you can really get what you want with it. And it's actually moisturizing enough that you can put it all over the lips, so you can use it as almost like a lipstick. So if you're not a fan of intense lip liners, highly recommend looking into these. And like I said, the color range, they're also wearable and beautiful. Some of them can be to shade and sculpt, but some of them of course can really give that true definition to the lips without being too harsh. Now, Merit is very much known for their popular lip oils to begin with. They're very comfortable, very hydrating, very glassy, glowy on the lips. So they just launched a new formula of the Shade Slick Sheen High Shine Tinted Lip Oils. I demoed the shade Twin Set. What I'm wearing right now. It gives a beautiful sheer layer of color to the lips. So if you like a sheer wash, these are beautiful to pair with lip liners, which is why we have a whole new line from them. And they're just sheer enough that you can still see the lip liner underneath, but they still add that pretty color that you're seeing on the component. And if you go on their website, you'll see that they also did just recently launch some new shades of their iconic Flush Balms. I've been quite familiar with these for quite a while. I have 2 shades that I've really been enjoying. Archival, which is a little bit more of a lighter pink, and then Bespoke, which I had to put this on immediately. I have a lipstick from them in this shade and it is beautiful, and I just think it's such a gorgeous wearable color. Not too pink, not too warm, not too cool toned. The new colors are gorgeous, and as per usual, it's that same beautiful formula that we already know and love. And side note, this isn't new, but I did use the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick today as both my foundation and as an underlayer for concealer. And I've talked about these on my channel a lot before. These are great for travel. They're mess-free, very easy to use, very customizable coverage. You just literally dry it on your face and then blend it out without any issue. And it does look really natural and skin-like. So if you want early access to the brand new Signature Lip Sheer Lip Liners and the Slick Sheen High Shine Tinted Lip Oils, I will have the link in the description box. And all you'll have to do is just type in my code to get access before the public. So thank you so much, Merit, for working with me on this portion. I'm so excited that I was able to offer you guys an early access code to their amazing new products. And all of those products that I used today in the colors kind of inspired the rest of this look. So let's continue on with the other new products that I wanted to talk about. So for primer, I was thinking of all the new primers. The best primer that just recently launched for the springtime, easily, I did not expect to fall in love with this so fast. The One Size B12 Base Thinner Vitamin Pearl Serum. I've been talking about this a lot recently, so this shouldn't be a surprise to you, but when this product came out, I was like, I don't know if this is a style of product that I would be into, but honestly, if you have dry skin, you love a little bit of glow, I think you will love this. It has that skincare feeling component without being too heavy, but it's just enough for your dry skin to soak up before makeup application. And it really does leave a pretty, almost pinky golden glow to the skin, but it's not glittery, it's not obnoxious, it's not unnatural. It's pretty enough that you can go out of the house with nothing on besides this. And I think it's amazing because you can also mix it with foundation, and I feel like it does alter the foundation to be a little bit more like this. You know how sometimes when you combine two different products, one of them can get lost? This doesn't get lost. It changes the foundation, or I should say adjusts the foundation that you mix it with for the better. So this is a handy dandy product. I have been loving this. So if you're on the hunt for the best new primer right now, this has been my favorite. Now, in terms of new concealer launches, there's a couple that I have my eye on that I'm gonna pick up very soon. So those obviously I don't have. You'll see in later videos what they are, but the one that I've been loving recently is from Makeup Revolution. It's the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer, and I don't necessarily love this for concealer. I will use it as concealer for more natural days, but I love this for mixing with concealer. So you know how sometimes concealers can be a little too thick and dry? This is almost like a moisturizer for my concealer. So I'll put down the concealer I want to use down first, blend it out, and if I'm noticing it's looking a little dry, I actually put this right on top, and I feel like it's a drink of water for my under eyes. I also really love the packaging of this. It's a cool metal tip applicator, so you feel that coolness on application, but it surprisingly deposits a lot of product. You don't have to worry about having to go back in and keep dipping for the product. So this is pretty on its own. It's very natural, very light coverage, so I would wear it with more so like a tinted moisturizer kind of day. But this is the moisturizer for concealer. It's amazing. It blends in so beautifully with other formulations. I know this is one product per category, but I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating for the bronzer section because one is more of a PSA as opposed to like a true recommendation, but PSA. Too Faced has expanded their Chocolate Soleil melting, bronzing, and sculpting sticks. So if you felt like prior there wasn't a good shade for you, I just want to let you know of a shade extension because I love this product. Of the new ones that launched, for my skin tone, I was excited about Milk Chocolate. It is a lighter shade, but you can see it still added a nice natural bit of depth to my face. I do have a deeper shade that I felt like was just a little too deep for my skin tone, so this would blend in with that one perfectly just to lighten it up a bit. But this product, it's so melty, but not too melty, but it blends into the skin so seamlessly. I love the coverage that it gives. I love the undertone of this milk chocolate shade. So I've already raved about this product on my channel for a long time now. But I had to let you know how very exciting there's new shades. But in terms of new product, this one not new. I mean, when I love a product, I will continually remind you, right, when it's brand new. So you know I've been loving the liquid contour from Rare Beauty. I use the shade Mellow, and it has such a unique, lightweight feel and blend onto the skin. Now, it is what I would have expected it to be having tried the blushes, but there's something about it where it's just the perfect level of pigment. It's not too pigmented, but it still has really even pigment and application and coverage over foundation. And you know what I mean when I say about the blush, like it's a liquid, but there's almost a powdery element to it that makes it blend like butter onto the skin. So if you were holding off and you weren't sure if this was worth it, you better believe that it is. This is an amazing, easy to use liquid contour, and I have been using it nonstop ever since it launched. Definitely one of the best bronzer launches for the springtime. And the sun is coming out. We want to utilize bronzer a little bit more, bring out that tan. Really good. Now, highlight. It is not often that you'll find me recommending a stick highlight, but I love the shade of this so much, particularly with the blushes that I've been using lately. This is from Nude Sticks. It's the Nudie Glow All Over Face Highlighter color from a collaboration with Kevin Kodra, actually. It is the I Do highlight, and he also came out with a cheek color as well. So if you're into bubblegum pink blushes, This is like a bubblegum pink highlighter, but it's not too pink. It does leave a little bit of a pink cast behind, which makes it blend in beautifully with some of my favorite pink blushes. It almost is a bridge between a highlight and a blush, and it will change the finish to look so much glassier and glowier, which again, I'm not normally into. But there's something about a nude stick that I love, and I think that this is such a unique highlight color. So this is exciting to look into if you are into pink cream blushes. This is that perfect little bit extra kiss of oomph on top for that glassy, glowy look. Okay, I have a little bit of an update. I will update you very soon in a speed reviews, but I wasn't super happy with my first impressions on this. But the Kosas Cloud Set Translucent Loose Setting and Blurring Powder has grown on me quite a lot. At first, I was very worried about these colors. I thought they were going to be too dark on me, but they are quite brightening. I prefer the Candy Rose one, but I used Buttery today. It's also very nice. And this really does brighten. Now, it's not as, I would say, blurring as my favorite Huda Beauty, but I actually kind of like this on top of, say, a powder like Huda Beauty. So I'll let Huda Beauty do her blurring, and then I'll use this, and I feel like it just lifts my face. And that's not to say that this isn't blurring. It is. It's just not as blurry as some of my favorites, but that's okay because this is still beautiful on its own. This one I feel like has a little bit more body to it, comparing it to the Huda Beauty, which I think makes the skin look a little bit more plump, if that makes sense. I just love this as an addition to my powder routine. It's beautiful on its own, but it's even more beautiful when you can use its brightening powers without being too brightening or too thin with a super light blurring powder. So you know how I'm just using Huda as an example. It's a little bit on the thinner side, so it doesn't really fill in the gaps of the face. I feel like when I go over with the Kosas, it fills in those gaps, but also brightens the face as well. So I have found a purpose for those powders that I've been loving, and it definitely is an exciting launch for me. Now, setting spray, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless has been my go-to for long wear. But lately, Charlotte Tilbury's been having a rest because I've been very much enjoying the Fenty Beauty You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. I really do feel like this makes my makeup last longer, and I feel like it's a great mist. You get a lot of wetness on the face. I like a lot of wetness to just kind of push everything into the skin. So while this pushes the makeup into the skin, finishes it off, it also definitely makes a difference in my makeup wear time. I think they did a great job with this formula because a lot of times I cannot tell if a setting spray actually does stuff or it doesn't sometimes, but that one I can definitely tell. It does something, and I like it. Okay, now for eyebrows, I know eyebrows aren't like the most exciting category, but this is an awesome product that Benefit they actually relaunched this. They reformulated it, and the reformulation is a hit. But that original one was not. This is the Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and I never thought a day would come where I would love a product like this because it's just not my style. I love a good classic brow powder or single brow pencil. I'm not even that into markers, but there's something about this. It's a 3-prong marker, but these are super nice and thin, and there's something about the way that this makes the hairs look, I don't want to say super natural, but it draws them in really great, and it doesn't look too harsh, especially if you're somebody that likes to fake some hairs on the inner corners of the eyebrows. I really think that you're going to love this. Deposits the perfect amount of color, is super easy to use, doesn't look too harsh, lasts all day, and when I want to be a little bit more precise, I just turn it to the side and I get a straight line. So this is perfect for filling in the gaps of the brows. Love it, love it, love it. I've got to be honest, you guys, when I was thinking about eyeshadows, I haven't purchased or tried a lot of new eyeshadows lately. So obviously the product I was most excited about was the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, aside from my own palette, but I can only beat that with it like a dead horse for so long, you know? We gotta talk about other things. I know this video is about the best in each category, and this one won for being the most exciting, but like, I don't know if I really recommend this to you guys. I like it. I think it's pretty. I got actually a very, very pretty soft look today, but this palette has ended up not as versatile as I would have liked it to. It's just not my favorite from her. but it like won this category. We're just gonna close. Well, let me show you what I did first. I used Ren as all over my crease today. Just wanted that pink background. And then I used Floss or Floss along my lower lash line to get rid of any wrinkles. And then I used Fleur all over my lid with my finger. And then I used Clover as a subtle liner today. So a super duper simple look, which I prefer this for. I don't really love getting too complex with this palette. This one is better for more simple looks, I would say. So I don't know why I'm talking about it. It doesn't even fill in the categories, but I'm wearing it, so I'm talking about it. The mascara category. This L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal is haunting me, and I'm forced to remind you of the mistake I made telling you that it flakes. It doesn't. It also holds a curl. Amazing. And for me, the ability to hold a curl is such an important aspect of a mascara because my lashes are so straight and short. Like when you curl it, you fake a little bit of length. This gives good length. It gives good separation. No volume if you're a volume lover, but I just love the way that this combs my lashes out. It's more of a natural mascara because it doesn't give too much volume, but I really like this for natural makeup days, for like a look that I'm wearing right now. This mascara is perfect for that, and the biggest highlight to this is how well it holds a curl. So I'm sorry for saying it flaked. It doesn't. Is that all? Did I get through it that fast? Huh. Normally I'm too much of a chatty Cathy. Okay, there we have it, you guys. Those are the new spring launches that I'm the most excited about in every category that I wanted to share with you of late that I've been testing. So if you love to keep an eye out on the new makeup launch market, I'm your girl. Subscribe to me. I'm here to help you out and narrow down the best of the newest products. And again, a huge thank you to Merit for working with me on today's video and offering you guys a special early access code to their newest launches before they even become available to the public. Make sure you use my code in order to get that early access. I will have all of those products and the links to early access in the description box down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just talking new makeup with me. My favorite thing to chat about. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.